have a thing they can say you did. Or if you made a mistake a couple times in your life, they'll hold on to that forever. And I don't know what it is, because the person that they talk about that I see online, I'm like, that's not me though.
So Claudia has nominated herself as the spokesperson for all Black people. She's showing more love to Black women than I could ever do in my entire career.
Black women like Claudia Jordan are not the mouthpiece for us real Black women that stand up for the Black family and that really protect our children.
That she loves to take our money, but she doesn't respect us as Black women.
My issue is with Claudia Jordan. Now, I'm going to reserve why I have an issue with Claudia Jordan, just in case somebody want to get froggy. I'm going to leave that one in the chamber.
And I don't know why that this is my burden in life, but I hope it ends soon, because it does get to me.
She disassociates. She doesn't know that she says these things that are really disrespectful to people of color. She says them all the time.
Claudia Jordan is currently playing the lead role in a minstrel show on YouTube's Fox Soul TGIF, and she's taking on the role of a loud, outlandish, politically incorrect Black woman.
I would like more peace. I don't want to have peace, especially with other Black women. I don't like that.
However, in her new plight to become the voice of Black America, she's up to her old tricks in tearing down Black women to boost her presence and build her credibility.
And we see you, and then to sit up there and say, I'm black, but my mama white. I'm black, but my mama white. Okay, girl, you can have that. You can be whatever you want to be. I have nothing to do with who you are. I have nothing to do with your past. Leave me the hell alone.
In true Claudia Jordan fashion, she decided verbally attacking a Black woman, a YouTuber by the name of Michelle Brown, and decided she would bait her into verbal combat, hopefully increasing her viewership.
Well, here's the thing. Mm-hmm. For that to happen, I'd have to believe that our conversation would be authentic and real. You know, when you make up with someone and you're really open to it and you're like, all right, let's squash it. It's done. And you both it's done. And you're operating in, all right, it's done. I'm not going to talk bad about you. People still use it, or they still like run their mouth, or they still throw jabs. I don't do that, because I don't want to fight you. You know, but she has spent the last 9 years dedicating her platform to convincing people that I'm a person that I'm not.
What if I told you the majority of what Michelle Brown reports on Claudia Jordan is indeed accurate information based on news coverage? There's the blatant disrespect of tiny Tamika Harris, escape group member along with Kandi Burruss, and wife of famous Atlanta rapper TEA. The beef with Bootz, most notably known for her tenure on VH1's Flavor of Love and Charm School. The unwarranted and unnecessary fallout with Basketball Wives star Jennifer Williams. The belittling of Real Housewives of Atlanta cast members Nene Leakes and Portia Williams. The drama I believe she started between Vivica Fox and Kenya Moore. The bad-mannered verbal attack on Omarosa Manigult after she suffered the loss of her fiancé, actor Michael Tim Duncan. The alleged baiting she performed challenging R&B singer and sister to Toni Braxton, Tamar Braxton. Then the mean girl snub from actress Gabrielle Union and Union's friend Taraji P. Henson. And of course, the beef between Funky Dineva and now Michelle ATLien Brown. Child, this chick stays in a mess and always plays victim. And in my opinion, it makes no sense for so many big screen actresses and celebrities to lie on a to-be actress / YouTube commentator. But who am I to judge? Let's dive into the pattern and practice of Claudia Jordan's beef in Black Hollywood, and let's see if you, the audience, can identify what all these women have in common. But before we do, welcome back to my subscribers, and if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share with all your little nosy friends who enjoy an investigative deep dive. All information provided in this video is alleged and provided for research and entertainment purposes only, and due to PG-13 content, viewer discretion is advised. Now let's dive in.
It's her constantly being in someone's DMs, telling lies, being a colorist Karen. Her behavior is awful and consistently disrespectful to Black women.
Now, was this message actually left by Claudia? I'm not sure. However, we do know Claudia does have a pattern and practice of leaving such messages. She said so herself. Can you please change this headline, ? I was reading the comments and I can confirm that he threatened me. And now looking back, I know that sometimes people say things in comments to rile up, and I don't want to put no false charges on him if he didn't do it. I want to diffuse this. That's why, excuse me, that's why I deleted this live and didn't give anyone permission to post this. Please try to bring the temperature up. Thank you. And girl, if this is you, please don't come on my channel trying to control my content. I will post what I want, when I want, and how I want. Please and thank you.
Don't stop doing things because you say stop doing them. That in itself is privilege.
Let me tell you what I did not come. All the mixed girls always gang up on the little black.
Okay, so really quick in the clip that I just provided, that is one of Claudia's friends. I believe it's her friend Missy. And Missy is saying, okay, why do all the mixed girls always want to gang up on the black girl? But before she could actually say it, I get so tired because I keep calling her Colorist Claudia and I'm trying to correct it. But Claudia cuts the clip off really quickly because she knows what's about to happen and she doesn't want that to be public on her live. And she didn't give anyone permission to post it. I wonder why you didn't give anybody permission to post it. Probably because of all the derogatory things that were going on. I don't know. Who am I to judge?
Oh, she said that I spun a false narrative about her being a colorist.
7-year thing, and I disagree with you. I don't think she's cool. I think she's awful. She spread a false narrative about me being a colorist based on a video that my ex put out and told people he was determined to make Black women hate me. And I don't trust Michelle. She gets on live every chance she gets to criticize my show, me, my network, everything. And she's lied on me. And that's just tagging me colorist Claudia.
Now, in all fairness, those who do YouTube actually know how YouTube works. Now, I know my channel is super small at this point with the 900 subscribers, well, a little bit over 900. However, I did have a successful channel that was at 25K with over millions of views. And I'm saying this for a reason. First of all, that was a dog whistle. Claudia. So Michelle doesn't just cover Claudia. Her whole channel isn't about that. Just like mine's currently isn't, but it will be a part of. But my channel isn't about Claudia. However, I'm pretty sure she's going to come at me and tell me the same thing.
Like at the end of the day, like I don't understand where all of this is coming from. So that's why I call her Karen. She is like the proverbial Caucasian woman who goes to the police or goes to the public or goes wherever to put all of these false allegations on a Black woman.
Now, the first beef that we're going to cover that Claudia was involved in involved Bootz from Flavor of Love as well as Charm School, and this was hosted on VH1. Charm School was one of the very first Black reality TV. I actually think it was the first reality TV period that ever came out. The show did amazing to this day, and that was probably back in like 2005. It was in the early 2000s, long story short. The show is still doing amazing. It still gets numerous hits and views on YouTube, and the ladies are still popping. Claudia goes and she calls Bootz a couple of derogatory statements, dog whistles completely, hood rat, ghetto, go take care of your kids. Things that were just very, very, very inappropriate, especially to a woman who is trying to present herself as the voice of the Black community. But you be the judge. Let's check it out.
They keep talking about Bootz.
She was on Flavor of Love like 40 years ago, and she wants to like fight me. She said when she sees me, she wants to beat me.
Why?
So I don't know. There was a
maybe we should talk about it.
It's so dumb. Like I don't really recognize her in the lineup. Seriously. Like so she's going around making the rounds on social media on lower end blogs, doing interviews about me, and I would not recognize her in my story. She's saying that I'm talking about her kids right now. All I said is, stop fussing me, go be a mom, go feed your kids. Like, don't worry about me. Like, why are we arguing? And you know, that's you talk about my kids. You talk about my kids. You know what I mean? So now she's gonna deal with it.
Oh.
You make up with someone and you're really open to it, and you're like, all right, let's squash it. It's done. And you both
been there, done that.
It's done. And you're operating in, all right, it's done. I'm not gonna talk bad about you. People still use it, or they still like run their mouth, or they still throw jabs. I don't do that because I don't want to fight you.
She happens to go on a BET special, not knowing anything about me, watching the show as a crazy fan, and says I'm a hood rat. Last time I checked, I never fought on Flavor of Love or Charm School, right? But she did the same thing on Real Housewives of Atlanta, you know, once again being a colorist towards Nene and Portia. And she was arguing, correct? So what's the difference between me arguing on Flavor of Love and you arguing on Real Housewives, which you couldn't keep that job?
So for those who are unfamiliar with the Real Housewives of Atlanta, that is another Black reality TV show that's hosted on Bravo. And I believe it was one of the very first of the Real Housewives franchises. We have Portia Williams, recently married. I'm not sure what her last name is right now. Sorry, girl. We have Nene, and then we have Kenya. For some reason, all these women have one thing in common, and is their complexion. Somehow, some way, Claudia decided that she would verbally attack these women, in particular Nene, and she made a couple of derogatory statements towards her that are complete dog whistles. She mentioned slavery when it came down to Nene's husband, Greg, late husband, Greg. She told Nene that she's a whore, pretty much, because she used to be a stripper back in college when she was in her 20s. During this video, Nene was in her 40s. She also said, how does she say this? Her hair looks like ramen noodles. Where did you buy your hair from?
Have you been arrested? I was arrested in my 20s when I was in college. But you went to college? Oh, I'm very college educated. You didn't know, bitch? I was a stripper and I liked it.
What club was that at?
That was 20 years ago. Let's talk about something being correct. I'm in my 40s.
That's it?
You in your 40s.
I am. We're like 20 years apart.
No, we are not 20 years apart, girl.
When you were my age, you had edges.
Now you see, God doesn't like ugly, right? Because that was you back then. But sis, I find it real funny that all of a sudden you wearing weaves, you wearing wigs.
Ran a blow dry through it, and here we are. It's not a wig. I'm just out here on vacation. So be mad if you want to.
I'm gonna start doing some more behind the scenes stuff. Some inside information stuff. Oh my God, my track is so loose. I gotta get my hair done.
Let's look at these edges. See, dog shit fast, don't shit long is what my grandma used to say, right? See your edges, right? God don't like ugly, babe. But let's move on.
You're so red.
Yeah, I am so red.
Oh, and that's the hair that you chose to buy.
Yes, this is the hair that I chose to buy.
What is that? It's like top ramen noodles that's like uncooked on her head. You.
My husband.
Oh, really?
The husband that you wish you had.
Honey, the things that you have, I don't want. Bags, purses, shoes, a personal slave by the name of Greg Leaks. Slavery's been over for a long time. You should probably release him.
There's no difference but our skin color. She doesn't mess with Black women that are of darker skin of her. I've heard audio of her. I hope we can find that, where she actually was talking about Black people and how she got beige skin.
I don't usually do this, but it's for my friend Tina Davina. It's her birthday party. It's the all Black everything birthday party. I didn't really think it's a good idea with all these Black people walking around because Black on Black, it's hard to see. I can't really see who's who in all Black. I can only see the beige people like Cecily, Jason, Janlan, kind of Tina, myself. Everybody else, I only see teeth and eyes. So
I don't like having these beefs. I really don't. I always say no to Omarosa because of some stuff she did around the death of Michael Clark Duncan that I just will never approve of. And I just do not like the way this woman handled things. And if I really told y'all the tea, you would be gagging. And I'm going to not make this interview about her. She's the only one.
And then it was the beef with Omarosa. First of all, Omarosa and Claudia Jordan are on two totally different platforms. Like, seriously, sis? You're attacking a strong Black woman. She has her issues, don't get me wrong. This is Omarosa I'm speaking on. She has her issues, she does. But at the same time, seriously, you would never be on the level of Omarosa. Not only why would you verbally attack her, why would you go after the woman's husband? No, and she didn't. That's one husband, at least as far as I know, it's not documented. She didn't try to sleep with that man. But you sat there and you tried to play like you were an advocate for him because his wife was taking advantage of him or his fiance was taking advantage of him. That's not your place, sis. Like, you single women, I'm single too, but I know my role. You single women need to stop getting yourselves involved in business that has nothing to do with you. I would never take advice from a single woman. I will never give advice to a married woman as a single woman. We're on two totally different levels. Mind your business.
Back in the day, she hating on Omarosa because Omarosa is a real female. She's educated. You know, she hates on everyone. What do we all have in common? Nene, Portia, Omarosa, me. We're all darker skinned than her. She is a colorist. She is a Karen.
Did she call Omarosa a field slave or something?
Get the F out of here, Omarosa. If you were dumb, if you were like a little dense, like a Stacey Dash, we can maybe be like, okay, but you're not. You're actually quite brilliant, but also evil. So that's what makes you dangerous. And now you want to come back. You want to get invited to the Soul Train Award this year. You missed going to the Image Awards and the BET Awards. You missed this. And I hope the Black community doesn't fall for it. Because remember, this heifer told us we would bow down and want to kiss the ring of who she looked at like master.
Is that some of us have adopted the master's tools and use those same tools to dismantle us.
Now, I know I can't be by myself when I say the person that she's making a mockery of, this Black man, oddly resembles or sounds like the characteristics of Michael Tim Duncan. This is the same man that she said she loved and she had so much respect for. So how are you tearing down somebody who looks like that? Orangutan? Seriously?
I'm like, you know, he's 6'2", 220, Black. He make a great orangutan or monkey. I'm like, okay, like how good were these fucking monkeys where my Black boyfriend couldn't like make it in the movie?
We're also gonna do a host of co-hosts. It won't be the same all the time, so it'll be something different. And we hopefully just keep it fun and fresh. We're gonna talk about things that you don't hear normally on talk shows and just keep it exciting.
Okay, now let's get into when you actually baited Tiny, a woman who actually lent her platform to you for you to boost your career. You were pretty much dead in the streets of Atlanta. So Tiny said, okay, she had a show that she was doing. She invited you to be a host on the show along with Tamar. She brought you on the show to boost your career and boost your credibility in the streets of Atlanta. And what did you do? You went and you actually attacked Tiny's face, her features, because she's a Black woman. Tiny is a mixed Black woman. She does have a lighter complexion. However, her nose is the most pronounced thing on her, and you can tell she got it from her Black side. But Claudia, why would you go and verbally attack somebody on a syndicated program? This was on Foxhole with Jamie Foxx when she was a host. Why would you do that when this woman did nothing but looked out for your best interest?
I'm saying.
Well, I heard she did escape.
She escaped.
She had the ecstasy. She has the ecstasy in the weed, right?
She escaped the pretty line after she escaped.
Wow.
I'm just saying. And trying to tell me that you would have sex with Tiny.
I would, in a minute.
From the
Then
front.
again, I've had worse.
From the front?
She got that pig snout, nigga. You gonna see that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Johnny Mac, I'm not gonna see
I wouldn't know whether to lube up or put a nickel in her back. We keep it real. None of y'all would fuck her from the front.
That's a wasted light skin right there.
I know. Exactly.
And what's her take on the Claudia versus Tamar beef?
Well, you know, Tamar and I are like best friends. We've been best friends since I was a little girl, and she's younger than me. But I just know that I don't know where it came from, but I think that it's pretty small, and I know that Tamar she's on her side of the road, and Claudia, they don't really even have to bump heads anymore if they don't want to. I think it'll go away eventually.
Now, the beef with Omarosa actually carried on into Tamar's relationship. Not only that, Tamar also has a relationship with Tiny. So the whole beef with Omarosa and Tiny that Claudia, in my opinion, she started. When Tamar got involved, of course, Claudia tried to make it look like Tamar was verbally attacking her. And Tamar went onto Claudia's show and she set the record straight.
Misunderstanding between us that happened when we appeared on a show together. I don't know, about 8 years ago. We worked together and it got weird. And I just wanted to clear the air with it because we've never had a conversation about what it was. You know, we had some hostile words on Instagram and social media, and I think other people added fuel to the fire.
No, sis, you came for me, sis. You was mad at me, honey.
Well, after the night of the shooting, there was like some tweets that you did, and I was like, oh my God, like I didn't know that what it was. And then when I got back on reality TV in 2015,
all those old rumors came back up, and it was like, I'm a homewrecker and I've done this. I'm like, how can y'all believe so many rumors with no receipts? Like no real receipts. Like just I heard. It's just it's a fairy tale. It really is, and it really has helped to keep me down. I feel like I should be so much further along. People know that's my Achilles heel. Call me a whore, call me a homewrecker. So when say me and you fell out, that could be you'd be like, well, I'll just call her. I'll just say she's a hoe. Because that's the one thing you don't need any proof of. When you want to trash a woman, call her a whore, call her a homewrecker. Nobody ever asks you, well, how do you know that? Where's the receipts? They just go, pretty girl, seen her in some pictures with guys, not doing anything, just standing next to him, gotta be true. Like, I had a very visceral, strong reaction to her because I'm looking at it like, someone got to have Michael's back too. You know what I'm saying? And
I don't want to cut you off, but I don't necessarily feel like she didn't have his back because, you're just not going to be laying with nobody and having nobody pumping on you and bumping on you for months and months about to marry somebody and you don't have no feelings for him. I mean, some girls can do that, but
she has never been that girl. All of the bobbing and weaving, if you could catch my drift. She has never been that girl with all of that. The strong jaws and all.
All the fake stories about me. The people I put out that I had an affair with Tom Joyner and I broke up his marriage. I had his wife on my radio show. She cleared all that up and said it never happened, guys. You guys got it totally wrong. Not one blog ever picked it up. They try to say I broke up Michael Jai White's marriage. They said I was a whore, a homewrecker, or this or that. They never go back and clean it up. And that is so hurtful.
Shana, I'm about to get a little messy right now, right? So I was born in the 80s. However, I don't really know what was going on when it comes down to women in their 50s and who were teenagers and things like that in the 80s. So I don't know if any of these allegations are true. But if you research, you will see there are numerous allegations of Claudia thotting and bopping with married men, with other people's boyfriends. She really can't keep a relationship. This is just based off of my research. I don't know, but people have been making this claim for a really long time, and she has been saying that it's all lies. I don't know, you be the judge. Okay, and then she had beef with Gabrielle Union. Gabrielle Union is pretty much hands off with her. She's like, okay, we are totally in two totally different circles. Your world and my world, So Claudia felt offended because she thought that Gabrielle Union should have been welcoming to her.
Claudia Jordan and Lunia claimed that Gabrielle Union is a mean girl in Black Hollywood.
I'm not in that clique. They don't me. They're not calling me.
They don't good shit. Not Taraji though. Taraji's nice.
She cool, but I'm not
You're not in that circle.
Yeah, I'm not in the circle.
Dad said, yeah, they don't fuck with you. Claudia said, I'm not in that clique. No, Claudia, you're not in the Gabrielle Union clique. We know that. Okay.
I've never really been part of the clique either. You know what I'm saying? And that goes all the way back to high school. I've always been kind of I'll do me. I'm totally fine being solo and just standing up for something that I believe in, and not going with the flow. All the bullshit that happens in Hollywood and you slept with him to get that. And okay, well, let me just take my top off for this audition. Although I know it just to appease I don't do none of that shit. And I'm very vocal, and people know that I will drop dime and call your ass out if you try to do some slimy shit to me. No, there's nothing shady with them, but I'm just not in the.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There is a clique.
Little shade.
Yeah, I'm not in that. Gabrielle, I'm definitely not in with her.
What did Gabrielle do to you? But what, are you afraid to share the stories? Are you?
Gabrielle Union was like, sis, you have a reputation that I just mentioned. You think I thought and bought to steal my damn husband from Siobhan, and then I'm going to allow you to come over here and steal this one from me? You got me completely effed up. I don't know if that was her thought process, but in the back of my mind, I think that was her thought process because that would have been mine. I know you fucking lying. I stole him fair and square. What you won't be doing is you won't be stealing him from me. The fuck?
Bullshit. A bullshit.
Girl, I was really going crazy at one point. It was really controlling my life. It was ruling my life. I would get up and look at stuff, and I would be I would literally have panic attacks, stomach aches. I thought I had an ulcer because I went from having this great rep to not. And I'm because of a breakup. And I know who did it, Because like people have told me that like I've been in rooms where he's like saying he's gonna destroy you, and I'm like, over a breakup?
But she tried to ruin his career and sabotage his career as well, because she tried to make him look like a fraud, like he was lying about his income. The man is worth, as of today, he's worth $10 million. She tried to make him look like a fraud. She also claimed that he was a serial cheater. There were many of claims and accusations that she made towards this man. Again, why would you do that? And why would you try to ruin somebody's reputation, in particular a black man?
A breakup where I didn't cheat, you did? You know, and it's just like, it followed me for years. And the more my profile grew, the more people Google you and they'll go dig and find old stuff and be like, haha, we got something, you know?
Then there's the beef with Basketball Wives star Jennifer Williams, who is beautiful. But guess what? She's dark skinned. So I guess that makes her less than in Claudia's eyes, maybe, possibly, I don't know. She's beautiful. She looks like a black Barbie. One thing she does have, or did at least, is she was dating Claudia's ex-husband.
Is there a real problem between the two of you ladies?
I don't think there should be, but she's the one that put the social media post. I feel like it was based off an interview where we're asked about things on the show, and Karamo and I did an interview together, and she, you know, got mad at me, and it's like, I would love for us to sit down and like hash this out, because I feel like what it's originally based on is something so silly and trivial. There's no real deep, long, we weren't friends like her and Evelyn. There's no real reason for us to have this kind of animosity to be on the same show. I didn't know she felt like that until she put it on Instagram. And for the record, I'm certainly not a broke bitch. So,
Miss Jennifer, could you please have a conversation? That doesn't have to be right here, but can y'all please have a conversation to clear up whatever it is between you ladies?
Within like 3 months of them being married, the marriage was annulled. After the marriage was annulled, I'm not sure if he started seeing Jennifer during the marriage or not, because Claudia did make claims that he cheated on her. I'm not sure if the woman that he was cheating with was Jennifer. However, he ended up with Jennifer. So you were only with him for 3 months anyway. Seriously, it's not that serious.
I'm just going to say this because I'm not going to dwell on it, because honestly, I have way bigger issues going on in my life. But everything is cause and effect. So I land in Atlanta, I get Google alerts that this girl is talking about I'm jealous of her in interviews. I don't talk about her in interviews, so I don't even know why my name is mentioned. So yeah, I'm going to say something, but other than that, like, I don't have an issue. Like, I don't care. It is what it is. And that's all I have to say about it.
It sounds good, but that's not the case. You'll see from the first episode, every scene is about me. And it's like, I wish that was the case, Jennifer. Because I wish we could work on the show and not have this, because it's stupid. It's stupid.
You're the one that keeps bringing up an ex. So that's you.
You're the one carrying around my annulment papers in your purse. That's obsessive.
Can we move on?
I would love to. Like I said, hey, I put it out there for the record.
Okay,
if she wants
let's
to sit
just
down.
move on.
Wait, let me just say this. I put it out there. She wants to squash
that's the whole
it.
thing.
For real?
It's like, at some point, everybody just needs to we don't have to say nothing. Let's me and Karamo get the last word. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because it's like, the last word is always
I'm not posting her and calling her a bitch on my social media.
Just stop. Like, it's
I'm not doing that.
Come on, man. Like,
I agree.
How old are we?
Old.
Well, then, I mean, you know.
But, you know, I'm not going to ever post and make a post
She made a good point. She don't mention you in interviews. So it should just be like that.
Social media accounts.
Well, that was after you mentioned her.
Then she claims that this man, the Tory Turner, I'm assuming it's him, but he wanted her to the point of being suicidal. Now, I have an issue with this because, once again, I have said that Claudia is a cop caller, right?
I received a cease and desist from Corey Bodie, whoever that is, who claimed to be her attorney the night that I did this post, stating that straight from the A.com had obtained unauthorized photos alleged to be Miss Jordan. So, of course, I was definitely pissed off about the situation, because how dare you accuse my business of criminal activity? This is Karen behavior. This is what Karens do.
So if this man wanted you to the point of suicide and he paid somebody off to actually ruin your life, to make you commit suicide. Okay, if he did this, Claudia, you would have called the cops, because that is murder for hire, and we know that you have a reputation of calling the cops. Why didn't you do it then? That's what makes me think the story's malarkey. It just doesn't make sense to me. It's a lie.
Then he told me that 2 of my exes contacted him to take me out, and one of them wanted me to be to the point of suicide.
That's disgusting.
And I said, so you were okay with it? He goes, well, he paid me, and they both were mad that you weren't in their lives anymore. And I go, can't they just let me just be? Like, do you have to destroy me? And it made me feel better in a way that, okay, it wasn't just a bunch of people saying this. You got this from people who were bitter, but damn, like, I just want people to just take a little bit of, like, when they read stories about these people, take them with a very big grain of salt, because it can literally be someone that is mad at you for not being their friend anymore, for breaking up with them, for exposing them for something that they did. They can literally ruin your life with social media.
Listen to all the oohs and ahs. Now, we know how Claudia talks. She is a very strong Black woman. But she doesn't ooh and ah when she talks. So the fact that she's saying all the oohs and ahs, me just being the investigator that I am, I know when somebody's lying, or I can identify signs that say a person's lying. I don't know if she's lying or not. I just know that you're very fluent when you're speaking. However, right now you're oohing on like you're making up a story. But who am I to judge? Then there's the beef from last week, where she has jumped back into beefing with Michelle ATLien Brown, who was minding her little business. Seemed like Michelle was not even speaking on the topic like that. Claudia goes and she wants to revamp it. Why is Claudia revamping this? This is just my opinion, and me, you know, I have a marketing degree. She is trying to steal Michelle's audience. She knows she's at a loss at this point. Like I said, Funky's numbers are way better than hers. So she's purposely trying to start beef and bait Michelle in, so Michelle's audience will go and view her TGIF channel.
For her to say, I'm using the plight of other women who have been victims of colorism. I am a Black woman. I have been a victim of colorism. I'm not using nobody. I'm not doing anything but speaking my mind. Now, how is she on here talking about I am abusing the plight of color? Where is the accountability?
So sis, stop with the baiting, because you're trying to make Michelle look like a bad person. Not only are you trying to make her look like a bad person, you actually said that you would have her on your show, and you know Michelle is not coming on your show. She doesn't like you.
The flame choice was not a dig. I didn't know how deep their issue was. There's a lot of people he don't like. He don't like Chloe Bailey. He don't like Halle Bailey. He don't like this one. He don't like that one. So if I was going to keep everybody off that he don't like, there'd be nobody. So it was not I didn't know it was that deep, because he said it on his page that he don't have no issue with Flame. So y'all, it's not like I went and got Michelle Brown that I know he has a definite beef with. So there's that.
You tried to blame it on Funky and make it look like it was a Funky thing. No, Michelle is actually, if she sided with anybody right now, she's siding with Funky Dineva. But she has drama for you and for Funky. So why are you sitting here lying to your live audience, trying to throw Funky under the bus?
I don't respond well to threats and gaslightings. I wait and I sit and I watch and I wait for your actions to prove my point, and then I strike.
But I would think more of our sisters and brothers should be on board with someone like me, because I'm a protector for everybody else. You know what I mean? I'm calling them out to protect y'all. You know? So I don't really know, girl. I'd be like, does the Illuminati hate me? Did I piss somebody off?
Not Illuminati.
Okay, and now we've made it to the end of my video. You guys, thank you for watching. There will be more, and I swear if you thought this one was good, baby, the next one, I'm going to reveal a lot of stuff. How Funky said, okay, he has a semi-automatic. Baby, me too. I got a bazooka, because I'm about to blow the whole up, okay? So make sure you subscribe, like, share with all your little nosy friends who enjoy an investigative deep dive. And until next time, bye.
His intention is to create chaos, divide, destroy, devour, and then cause you to believe what he says about you instead of what he says about you.